If you are a fan of heavyweight matches and that adrenaline-pumping one-punch knockout power, then you are certainly no stranger to this man, who has 42 career victories, with 41 of them ending in a finish. Opponents walk into the ring but are carried out. Despite 2 losses to Tyson Fury, he is no longer the top dog in the competitive heavyweight division. Still, looking at Wilder's career, he remains a true titan of modern boxing. In order to raise money for his daughter's medical treatment, he chose to pursue boxing, and after only 3 short years, he secured a bronze medal at the Olympics and made his professional debut. With 42 straight wins over 12 years, his God-given right hand made him a heavyweight giant, even during his undefeated streak. He once boldly threatened the legendary Mike Tyson, arrogantly stating that if they had fought in the same era, he would have knocked out the champion in the very first round, and he was not just wild inside the ring. And his personality outside the ring was even wilder. That is the Bronze Bomber. So, how good is he? How brutal is his God-given right hand? This video will quickly take you through 3 of the most brutal knockouts in the career of the Bronze Bomber, Deontay Wilder. For the first bout, Wilder faced Liakovic. If we are discussing Wilder's most famous moments, this match absolutely must be included. Critics often called Wilder a paper champion, arguing his perfect winning streak was just a result of picking on aging or inferior opponents. Although these claims were incredibly offensive, they were difficult for Wilder to refute back then. Consequently, he made up his mind to take on a former champion to show everyone what he could do. After a thorough search, he settled on the man known as the White Wolf, Liakovic. He was a former WBO heavyweight title holder, but he lost his championship in his very first defense, marking him as a champion with a rather unfortunate and brief reign. Prior to his fight with Wilder, he had been inactive for 18 months, probably planning to just kick back and enjoy his time off. He spent the rest of his life, but he never dreamed that this comeback fight against Wilder would almost land him in the ICU, with both sides trading blows peacefully at first. You throw 2 jabs at me, and I return 100, which is exactly the comfort zone White Wolf hoped for, wondering why a super heavy hitter like Wilder would only jab instead of throwing power shots. But this is good, being able to fight for 12 rounds, neither hurting the body nor losing the salary. Just when White Wolf was still fantasizing, Wilder woke him up from his dream. With a sudden jab followed by a powerful straight right, he instantly drove White Wolf back to the ropes, then followed up with 2 brutal, relentless punches that slammed into the side of his head. White Wolf lay on the ground dreaming of dancing, rolled his eyes, and the world had nothing to do with him instantly.
Wilder lands a right, driving into the ropes, and down he goes.
The constant twitching of his limbs terrified the referee, who stopped the match without a moment's hesitation, following Wilder's violent and relentless assault. It shocked everyone in the audience that night. Next is the second match. By 2016, Wilder was already the WBC heavyweight champion, but some people still doubted him, saying, "With your crude technique, how could you be a WBC champion? Could I unify all 4 belts then?" Wilder flipped out on the spot, saying, "I hate it when people call my technique crude. Just watch me knock you out tomorrow." His opponent was Artur Szpilka, a renowned Polish boxer with a professional record of 20 wins and 1 loss, and this bout marked his first time ever fighting for a world title. So he had his own plan for Wilder, which was to avoid a head-on collision and use his technical advantages to dismantle Wilder step by step, hoping to win the title on points. During the fight, you can see that after Wilder missed a punch, Szpilka spread his arms to show his disdain, which is called psychological warfare, but Wilder ignored it completely. Because Wilder absolutely believed that no matter how much you jump around now, you will be lying down before long. Szpilka grew more confident as the fight went on, landing fast and accurate combinations. And while they weren't enough to drop Wilder, they won him points. But once Wilder landed a power shot, he could end the fight. He easily dodged that with a slick move. As the fight progressed, Wilder adjusted his strategy, using his lead hand to confuse his opponent before landing heavy blows. Then he attacked and landed. Perhaps due to a miscalculation of distance or pure excitement, he missed his target and tripped, much to his opponent's amusement. It is not even the new year yet. Why are you bowing already? By the 9th round, Wilder was controlling the pace. He landed a swift and lethal blow, leaving his opponent unconscious instantly. He is a true heavy hitter. Wilder mentioned after the match that he actually thought he had missed when he saw his opponent fall. He kills his opponents. That is the terror of Wilder. No matter how many mistakes he makes or if he is behind on points, as long as they cannot knock him out. As long as his right hand is still there, he will eventually find an opening, land one punch to end the fight, and erase all his opponent's hard work. He literally tears up the judges' scorecards. This brutal, unreasonable power shatters his opponent's dreams of a title, often resulting in them being stretchered out of the ring. This is the legendary walk in on your feet, leave on your back. In the third fight, former WBC champion Stiverne was the first man to go the distance with Wilder, holding a professional record of 25 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw. In their first fight back then, both sides went the full 12 rounds, and Wilder eventually won by decision, taking the championship belt from him. Deep down, Stiverne felt 1,000 regrets and 10,000 reasons to be defiant. While other opponents left on stretchers, he alone was unafraid of Wilder and felt he could truly compete. The mission to break Wilder's winning streak and restore peace to the boxing world was one he felt he had to accept, though naturally, that was just what he told everyone else. The $500,000 purse was the real reason he couldn't resist. After 2 years without a fight, Stiverne was dragged out by Wilder to be humiliated again. The fight began with Wilder throwing constant jabs. He was testing to see if his opponent's boxing skills had improved at all over the past 2 years. Meanwhile, his old rival Stiverne just parried without returning fire, as if checking if Wilder's power had faded. At this moment, these two former rivals had become the most familiar of strangers. Wilder saw his undeniable, making him arguably the most dangerous man in boxing today, but his lack of technique and limited style are also undeniable facts. While his winning streak, knockout percentage, and height are indeed superior to Tyson's, boxing is not just about the numbers, as it requires agile footwork and a varied skill set. Wilder lacks all of these. Not to mention the quality of his opponents, his influence in the sport, or even his fight purses. They are not on the same level. The insomniac Wilder, with his God-given weapon, became a powerhouse of his era. Tyson's career was brief, but forever etched. Into boxing history, I love watching Wilder because of his style. Beast-like attacks and windmill hooks. He avoids clinching and doesn't rely on points. Every time he enters the ring, he is strictly aiming to finish his opponent. Simple and brutal is truly the best way to describe Wilder. Thank you for watching this video, and please share your thoughts on him in the comments. See you next time.